What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be bringing you Game 2 between mTw and NEXT.kz. This is from, again, the International Qualifiers Western Division. So, last game, mTw really putting up a clinic on NEXT.kz, completely demolishing them. NEXT.kz could not get their giant team fight off, and mTw, with their more skirmishing, more smaller team fight kind of lineup, really used their heroes properly and didn't make any mistakes. So really an easy game for mTw. Not really an amusing one to watch because it's classic steamroll, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. So NEXT.kz actually looks like both of them going to be banning out some of the same heroes, but we actually see something different coming out from NEXT.kz as they ban the Lone Druid, who is usually not banned ever, but they saw that Funzy really did a lot of work on Equal. They most likely do not want to face that again. Yeah, Funzy just played so extremely well, got a really fast relic, harassed the Enigma out of the solo lane, and NEXT.kz is saying, nope, not again. This is not going to happen again. But other than that, you got the standard push heroes. mTw actually banning out the Lich this time. I don't know, it doesn't seem like the Lich last game was very influential. I mean, like, he did give the Morphling pretty solid lane. He's pressuring back the Invoker, making sure the Invoker got nothing, Novaing him whenever he got close, but I don't know, I feel like you could have been doing that with a lot of different heroes, something like Venomancer, and the Chain Frosts for Lich weren't really that great. I mean, the situations he casted them in were perfect, but the mTw team just split perfectly, drew the Chain Frost away so that it would not bounce anymore. Looks like Nature's Prophet actually can be the first pickup. Really standard stuff. If Nature's Prophet ever gets through the ban phase, then he is going to be the first pick. Or Invoker. Right, we're going to see Invoker Windrunner for NEXT.kz. That's just what happens. Oh, I'm actually totally wrong. See, I didn't watch these games beforehand. I have no idea what's going on. Enchantress Invoker. Oh, come on, I'm close. They're both red-haired, natured, green-themed guys with sharp objects. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. NEXT.kz looking to take some of that Enchantress power for themselves this game. Not interested in giving it to Gabap, who played very solidly. Really pushed down that top tower last game very early and just kept on applying pressure everywhere. Invoker, really standard pickup. If you ever seen Invoker not being picked or banned, then you're not watching Dota. You're watching League of Legends. Hey, if Invoker ever makes it to League of Legends, which he won't, that would be amazing. I might even consider playing a game or two, see how it works, but apparently it's Riot Games deems that as anti-fun. mTw picking up the CM again, getting that early support up. I don't really think they have to worry about that early support as much. Usually CM lasts until the final 2 picks. She's not going to get banned out, or rarely gets banned out. Enigma is actually the pickup for mTw with their CM, so they have that jungling option with Nature's Prophet and Enigma. We're going to see how they decide to play that. Invoker on NEXT.kz most likely going to be going mid, and Enchantress going to be into the jungle, dipping down to the bot lane to get an early push off onto the tier 1 tower. So really pretty cookie cutter stuff going on right now. No huge surprises, and I don't like that. I want to see an Alchemist. Because Alchemist is awesome, even though he has the lowest win rate among all the heroes. And even though it is statistically shown that if you play with an Alchemist, you have a lower percentage of winning the game, I still want to see him. Because he could do lots of damage, I guess. I don't know, you could farm really quickly. You could farm really quickly, and that's about it. See Morphling going to be picked up by NEXT.kz. Mantis is going to be playing that role again. He did do pretty good work, but I don't know, really his team was way too far behind by the time he got his Ethereal Blade. He couldn't make much use of it. So here's hoping that Mantis performs at the same or better caliber. I don't want to take anything away from any of these guys since they're so much better than I am, but Morphling always a very solid carry pick. It's kind of like a AM who doesn't give a shit because he gets Strength Morph, which is awesome. And speaking of AM, there he is, getting banned out as NEXT.kz recognizing that mTw probably needing a hard carry for their lineup. And NEXT.kz, mTw actually, banning out Venomancer, getting rid of the counter push. You got a lot of push coming in from mTw so far. You got the conversions and you got the Treant summons from Prophet. And those wards, being magic immune, hard to burst down, really could be a pain in the ass. Not to mention the early game slows that Venomancer can provide with that Enchantress. So, Enchantress Venomancer on the bot lane with whoever, probably Morphling. Yeah, that's not going to be a fun lane for whoever mTw decides to put up there. See mTw taking their sweet time for their last ban. See if they're going to eliminate another big counter push hero. I wouldn't be surprised actually if they decide to pull out Earthshaker again. So Earthshaker could really mess mTw up. If he gets a Blink Dagger, you get all those Treants, you got all those conversions. That is a lot of pain bouncing around. But so far, NEXT.kz looks for the more of a skirmishing lineup so far, whereas mTw going kind of aligning themselves more towards push. Although anything could happen at the moment, especially if they have all the really good hard carries banned out. See Anti-Mage and Lone Druid and Lycan all getting banned out, so mTw's hard carry choices are kind of running a little bit slimmer. So you Shadow Demon and Tinker being picked out. Shadow Demon obviously has huge early game utility, could duel or try lane very well with the Morphling, so they probably want to just eliminate that. Tinker, I honestly don't recognize why that ban. Oh, okay, no, I got it. They want to eliminate the global presence. You got to Tinker with Boost of Travels and Prophet. That shit is dangerous, so I guess that's the theory behind that. But they also banned Tinker last game, so I'm guessing they saw mTw's past games and they realized that someone on this team is really good on Tinker and they just don't want to deal with that. Windrunner is going to be a fourth picker for mTw. Really not surprised there. You rarely see a Windrunner not being banned or picked. I mean, like, she is kind of the jack of all trades. Got a lot of damage coming out, got a lot of mobility, got a lot of utility, and then, hell, what more can you ask from a hero? Oh god, I'm running out of water. I'm actually gonna... Tide Hunter. Yeah. No, I'm gonna... whatever, okay. We have Tide Hunter being picked out for NEXT.kz, so you got that big team fight ability. And you got that early game support pressure. So we might still see a Tide Morphlane on the bot lane with an Enchantress. They get some pretty good push. And I need more water, so I'm just going to take 1 second, guys. This is not exciting either way, so.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Alright, I'm back. I have water. A little bit of it spilled, and by a little bit, I mean quite a bit, but I got more. That's what's important. I didn't miss anything. So we have the Tide Hunter pick. Gonna give NEXT.kz a lot of early game power and late game utility, but really mTw doesn't really have a strat picked out so far. They only have 2 seconds. They've got to pick something. You see a Storm Spirit, so they're gonna go for a really early mid game oriented team. If the game drags into the late game, then NEXT.kz is going to have the advantage with that Morphling. Granted, Storm Spirit, Nature's Prophet, Windrunner, they all could do quite a bit late game, but just not as much as the Morphling. Morphling just such a huge powerhouse. mTw doesn't have the agility to really counter that, and we see a Beastmaster being picked up from NEXT.kz, probably to get that counter push going. Going to be laning on the top lane. They do need that hard lane, so we're probably going to see a Morphling Tidehunter on the bot lane, with an Enchantress going to be joining them very early in the game. Invoker going to be going mid, Beastmaster top. Let's see if I'm right. We have Stallcat going to be playing that Invoker, who immediately picks up Exort and the Blades of Attack, so he's wanting to do a lot of damage to, guessing, the Storm Spirit. 570 is going to be playing the Tidehunter, and Enchantress is going to be played by Lucky. Mantis taking the Morphling once again, equal on the Beastmaster, so equal once again, hard laning it up. Syndrane's going to be playing the Enigma with Kabap once again on the CM. Sock is going to be the Storm Spirit, actually not going mid. Interesting, he's going to be farming, I guess. Funzy on the Windrunner, and of course that means fucking Mad is going to be on the Nature's Prophet. Looks like he's going to be jungling. Pretty sure he also brought that courier. And, well, the lanes aren't really set right now, but kind of mTw is orienting Funzy at least to go against the Invoker in the mid lane. That lane I'm going to give the advantage to the Invoker just because, well, plus 18 this early in the game. Even though Invoker doesn't have the hugest base damage to start off with, that'll give him very easy time. As we see Equal now heading up towards the top lane. I'm going to spot out that Greater Eidolon. I don't know why that does that. It really should not do that.
Regeneration.
Wow. Good guy Equal. Giving everyone battle points. Gotta level up, man. Gotta get those items. And 570 actually not rocking the turtle shell. So I don't know what went wrong there. I guess he's deciding to do the spikes. Maybe that'll improve their team a little bit. Yeah, top lane is actually going to be Sock, and he's going to be semi-soloed. Kabap's probably going to be roaming around to the mid lane quite a bit. Syndrane, oh my god. Syndrane, the Enigma, is going to be soloing up against Stallcat. So we're going to see how this lane pans out as we see, I don't know, what you doing, Funzy? See, there's already 3 people up here, and there's already a solo here over here. It's like Funzy doesn't want to go to the bot lane. I guess he knows that Tidehunter is there. He knows that Enchantress is going to be there. He knows that Morphling is a very dangerous hero with a lot of mobility. So he's just going to take his chances in the jungle instead of bothering. Because actually NEXT.kz does have a very aggressive ward, so I guess Funzy is figuring, hey, I'm just going to be sitting near the tower anyway, so I might as well get some experience, get some gold. It's not going to be a lot, and he's already forced to use a salve. So he's not getting the most out of this, but hell, at least he's getting something. But he's taking a ton of damage in return. Using those power shots to try to kill this troll warlord. But yeah, looks like he actually managed to fool Lucky and 570. Those two are posing for a kill and just chilling, waiting for Mantis to push the lane a little bit more so they could really get a beat on someone. But here comes this Centaur, gonna realize that there is no one here, and that is the last thing he ever saw. Poor Centaur. This means it's gonna be a very early push for NEXT.kz, as they're gonna be wailing on this tower. Where did Funzy actually return back to the base? Got a little bit more. I mean, like, she got 3 creep kills. I doubt she would have gotten that otherwise. Here she's gonna now start to return to the tower as the Enchantress actually pulling a creep off the lane to draw all the other creeps off. So very good play by Lucky. Now taking a little bit of right-click damage from Funzy, but he should be fine unless he somehow draws tower aggro, which he won't. This tower is gonna go down. It's just a matter of whether or not Funzy could deal that right-click, get that final deny off, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Power shot going through Mantis. The tower is getting slowly weaker. We see a gush going off, forcing Funzy back. So Mantis is going to be picking up that tower. He's going to really enjoy that. He's already has 1,000 gold. He could pick up his Ring of Aquila if he chooses to do so. Or he could just save for a shotgun. Shotgun might not be bad against the enemy team. They're all fairly squishy. get some instant kills going off. In the meantime, mTw trying to get a push off on their own. So there's no one in the top lane. Yeah, Equal bailed. Equal do the same thing as Windrunner. He didn't want any piece of this. Look at this. This is dangerous. He's just going to be jungling. Trying to get a pull, I suppose. I don't think he's going to get this one. A little bit mistimed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We got one. Whatever. Whatever deals the damage. mTw actually probably going to take this tower as well. NEXT.kz doesn't look like they want to defend this. They're more than happy with letting Mantis farm.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And mTw, I want to say they can't really combat Mantis when it gets to the late game, as we see another tornado. Holy shit.
Radiant's top tower
This guy is
under
such a
attack.
little turd. I hate
Radiant's
this.
top tower has fallen.
Look, Syndra's taking so much damage. Look at his health. Enchantress literally is not doing anything, and Syndra's taking all this damage. Shit's ridiculous. Actually denying his Eidolon. That's great. Lucky's gonna be circling around with now an Ursa warrior. What is a Fell Beast? I don't even know what a Fell Beast is. Is it one of those it spawns with a ghost, right? I don't know, those neutrals were added after my time, so that's my excuse. Syndra having a tough time in this lane. He does have a soul ring, so he could spam those Eidolons all he wants, but hell, if he uses a soul ring, he just gets harassed by his Stallcat, takes a lot of damage. Who is currently going for an Exhort build, getting early points of Quas, because early game Quas is so very useful. Get Cold Snap, which does just a ton of disable time in small chunks. Puts Malphus to shame at least. Or sometimes, you know. We actually have an mTw ward blocking off the Ancient camp, so Beastmaster can't pull the Ancients, can't get the Soul Ring and stack them up. So good of mTw to recognize that Beastmaster isn't getting anything from that lane, so they're just going to make sure he doesn't get anything from anywhere else. Beastmaster is super confused. He's only level 3, and he's just wandering around to see. Siege now going up onto mTw's tier 2 tower. They do have a... Oh, wow, what? Okay. Probably a Cold Snap into a Sunstrike. Got them a kill on Syndra. Like, they didn't have Roar. Syndra was sitting at really low HP, so... I guess... Well... I guess shit happens. At least for mTw, NEXT.kz didn't take the tier 2 tower. They didn't really have the most people defending it, but Funzy's power shots, Nature's Prophets, summons... It was going to do the job. Let's see, Mantis sitting at 34 creep kills, so about 6 creep kills a minute, which is pretty damn good. I wish I could do that with Morphling, but I suck at last hitting with Morphling. It's awful, oh my god. So, he is going to get a Ring of Health this game, so looks like he is not interested in rushing up an E-Blade. Didn't really work for him last time, although it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to make a late transition, or a late transition. Pick up that Ring of Health for a little bit of early game regen, and then switch over to something with a little bit more oomph. This Lincoln Sphere is an amazing defensive item, but let's face it, it's not as fun as an Ethereal Blade. Watching farm happen right now, just nothing else as fun is happening. We just see, oh my god, you fucking little turd, I hate you. Look at this guy, he's just waving his wings and somehow making a tornado. It doesn't even make sense. And this tornado, just kicking Syndra's ass. Poor Syndra, I know the feel, man. Funzy actually has 15 creep kills, which is a lot more than I would expect, as Sock is getting relative free farm. Stallcat did go up there for a little bit, but couldn't really do anything to shut him down. Sock is only level 6, so it's not the highest of level, but he did have CM and Nature's Prophet there for a good bit of time, so they probably took a lot of experience. Yeah. See a little bit higher levels on the other people, but Morphling's actually also level 6, but they were pushing a lot more in that time period than mTw was, so all's fair. See, Beastmaster actually going for a bottle, picking up an invisibility rune. He's not getting that inner beast, so he really wants more of the map control and utility, more so than push. I think it's... Was that guy flying? What? What is wrong with this game? This is not a Scout Hawk. You're not a Scout Hawk. That's wrong, man. It's so wrong. And NEXT.kz's lineup really not a push lineup, more of a skirmish team fight lineup. But really they have to just turtle up until Mantis gets whatever he's going for as far as late game items go, and then just simply win. Beastmaster did pop his invisibility rune. We have a flying boar, as we see another fucking tornado. And Syndrome knows this is bullshit. Syndrome's pissed. I would be pissed too. So pissed. They really have to nerf that. Just, I mean, like, look how far away this guy is. It's ridiculous. All the way to the tier 1, like, from here? Really? That's like... That's... like, not even a Invoker Tornado goes that far. Shit's ridiculous. Just put a cap of range around that. Make it go, like, that far or something around the Wilkin. I think that's fair. Something like that. Beautiful drawing right there, by the way. That shit's annoying. See, relatively tame game going on right now. See Enchantress buying up a Bracer, rolling in the dough, getting some health up. And Invoker, what the crap? That was awful of me, I apologize. Too busy being bored. But they actually bought up Dust for the Invoker. So Invoker could not Ghost Walk out of that. It's most likely just a zip in from Storm Spirit, who opened up, and then a Prophet helping up with the damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nothing really going on here. Farm Fest. Morphling does have an ultimate orb. He's super baller of him if he just transitioned into a Scotty, but I doubt that's going to happen. As we see initiation going on to stock. Roar was used into Sunstrike. Not enough damage to get a kill, though. He's going to teleport back, and looks like he's going for a Bloodstone. I like Bloodstone. Such a fun item. But whether it's the best on Morphling, on a Storm Spirit, I'm sorry, well, against this lineup, Orchid isn't the best. You don't really need it for that silence. There's no anti-mage or clutch blinkers. It is useful against Morphling, but it'll only get you so far. Bloodstone, I'd say, is a solid choice, especially when later on in the game, Sokka's going to need to be the one really initiating, doing the damage, and making sure he's not dying in the meantime, so... Good investment item. See Mantis. Looking at Power Treads. Tied with nothing. Enchantress with nothing. Stallcat going for that drum. So, pretty standard Invoker build so far. Phase Boots into drum. Really, it's a good build, no matter what skill build you're going. Wouldn't be surprised if seeing, oh, zip in from Sok going onto that Invoker, but Beastmaster is here for support. Stallcat is going to lay down that Sunstrike, hit a lot of people, but he's going to go down. So, good initiation by the Storm Spirit. Sunstrike, I don't know, is mostly against a Panic Sunstrike. He did use Cold Snap as well, but there wasn't anything to really right-click. So, advantage Malphus. Just keep the tally of that. Looks like Bucking Mad. Did I say... listening to Toby too much. It's a habit. Fucking mad. Because I could curse on this channel. He can't. What is with this? This bird is on the floor and the boar is in the air. It's so wrong. It's mixed. Beastmaster's so confused. He's doing everything wrong. He's actually going for a Necro Book. Pretty good for team fight. Especially with the, I don't know. It's a decent item. Never really a bad situation to get a Necro Book. It'll always help you. As you see, the rest of NEXT.kz smoked up, looking for Syndrome. They just need a Roar. If he steps up way a little bit too close, he's going to get a face full of vocal cord. We see actually an initiation going on to equal as there goes the Roar on Syndrome, following up with an immediate Sunstrike and Axes, and he is going to go down. Sok teleporting in to blink back a little bit. As you see the push going on to the mid lane. of mTw. Nature's Prophet is going to bounce through, clear off a little bit of the creeps. What is going on here? This is wrong, man. Mantis in the meantime getting free farm at his top lane. Sock zipping around looking for kills. Funzy is taking this opportunity to get a little bit of free farm, which he was denied before. And looks like we have a Void Stone actually going for Storm Spirit, so opting to get that instead of finishing his soul booster. Looks like he just wants that mana regeneration, and we have another fucking tornado. See, I think like what? I think now is an appropriate distance. So I think that is, you know, that's okay. But like, really? Come on. Shit's ridiculous.
Radiant's bottom tower
This
is
Eidolon
under
just
attack.
doesn't know it. He gets killed by his master. Poor guy. Push actually happening in the meantime by fucking Mad and
Radiant
Funzy,
structures
Windrunner.
are fortified.
This tower is probably gonna get denied. Stallcat has to mess up pretty hard to let these two trees get in. There goes the
Bottom
deny.
tower has been denied.
So mTw does manage to take a tower down, although not the best situation for eliminating said tower. See Prophet's ultimate going through once again. Power shot clearing off the creeps. Nothing's really happening this game. Super exciting, guys. Sox might run into Mantis, but I don't think either of them can really die there. Yep.
Radiant's
just
middle tower is under
Walk right
attack.
by, high five, go to their respective goals. Perseverance actually up for Storm Spirit, going for that instead of the Soul Booster first. You most of the time want to do that, unless you're super rich and just want to get a big item, because big items are fun. Perseverance offers a lot more as far as utility goes. Oh my god, what? Foxtrot getting actually engaged on by Mantis. Took a lot of damage from that single waveform and right clicks. And Adaptive Strike? It's level 1 Adaptive Strike and he hasn't used it, so maybe he got Sunstruck, sat too long? No? Taking a lot of right click damage. Morphling dishing it. So let's do another item check, I guess. Nothing better to do. We do have that drum finish on Invoker. And Beastmaster is 300 away from his Necro Book. Funzy holding quite a bit of gold. Could he be going for a sheep stick? I don't know why he would. Seems like early game you would really want a mech or a force staff or something. If he was going that, he would have gotten it by now.
Heard of me?
This game is exciting, guys. Having fun right now.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay. It looks like Nature's Prophet is actually going to be the one picking up the mech. And he does have a hand of Midas, so he's going to be getting a lot of gold. But going for a mech and a Midas really doesn't set a... I mean, like, it ensures that you get a lot of gold, but it's kind of wasting that gold on support items. I don't want... That's kind of a bad way to put it. I mean, like, usually support heroes will get support items because support items are extremely easy to build, and Syndrome walking right into that Sunstrike, he wanted that. He'd actually get waveformed in by Mantis, probably killed. He did have Cold Snap on him, but
Dire's middle tower is under
looks like
attack.
Mantis, NEXT.kz gonna be pushing down the mid lane. Necrobook 1 is up. Looks like fucking Mad wants to take a whole lot of pure damage, so he's gonna do that. That happened. Push continues. This tower is, I don't know, Swan Spy. Oh my god, fucking Mad.
Dire's middle tower has
You,
been
my good
denied.
sir, are fucking mad. Getting a tower deny with Treants. What a baller. And also what a semi-mistake by NEXT.kz. Major Prophet's ultimate bouncing once again. With Enchantress's heal though, they're gonna try to get this tower down. Funzy is positioned to get a good shot angle. See fucking Mad in the trees, but he's gonna get roared and sunstruck, and Mantis is just gonna right click him to death. trying to make something happen. He did actually take the tower, so it's good on him, but he traded his life for it. Sock, in the meantime, does have his Bloodstone finished up, disassembled his Arcane Boots, something, a good thing for you guys to do if you're playing anyone who you're planning on getting Bloodstone. Get the Arcane Boots, get that early mana up, and then once you're ready to actually complete a Soul Booster, just disassemble it, and then buy up the Soul Booster. Easy peasy. See, Tidehunter actually hasted and Ravage, gonna hit both the Funzi and the Syndrin, as Funzi immediately gets killed. Syndrin is gonna stun the Tidehunter and try to walk away, but we have Sunstrike right on target actually. He's might not be enough. Syndrin is walking away, but no, he got tagged by the boar, and Booker's gonna right click him, finish the job. So hasted Tidehunter, it's scary initiation. Syndrin was really unlucky. Like, that was literally max range on the Ravage. See, fucking mad, pushing down the bot lane, pulling NEXT.kz's attention, which is exactly what he should be as a prophet. But other than that, this game continues to be extremely fucking boring. Maybe I just have high expectations for these games because of the grand finals. But Ultimate Orb is picked up in Windrunner, and Sock trying to make something happen on Morphling, who instantly uses Replicant to get away. So we have an Ultimate Orb. That is going to be a Sheepstick, so he is rushing up a Sheepstick. mTw, not exactly needing of an extra disable. I mean, an extra disable is always useful, but they do have a decent amount of stuns. You got the Storm Spirit, you got the Shackle Shot, you got the Freeze, Frostbite. You got the Malphus Black Hole. So I'd say that's more than enough to keep Morphling down and kill him. But I guess he doesn't really want to get a Force Staff or Pipe or anything like that. See Sock kind of skirting around the edges of the NEXT.kz team, laying down his little static remnants. See actually mTw gearing up for a push. Do have a mech complete on Nature's Prophet, Storm Spirit waiting in the wings for whoever peeks their head out. It might be equal, or it might be no one. They might choose to not defend that. We have a Sunstrike going off, not going to hit anything, as we have Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing around. Stun going off unlucky, but his heal is going to go off as well as the God, Eidolons and just everyone just trying to push down the tower. See, just a standoff going on right now. Sock actually going to retire from the fight a little bit to go get that Morphling. Morphling does have a Lincoln Sphere up, so I don't think Strong Spirit could really kill him, especially without a pull. Storm Spirit just looking for an opportunity to jump in. They know that Tidehunter actually does have his Ravage back up, so if they do that, it might be prove to be a crucial mistake. NEXT.kz is actually all smoked up, and they're going to be going for a huge flank right now. They're looking for anyone right now. If they catch out Syndrome before he gets the Black Hole, that'll be huge. They're actually going to find Kebab. They're actually going to go on Funzi. Sunstrike and Aurora going out. Funzi is going to get demolished by Tidehunter's Ravage, and Kebab is going to be the next one to fall. Syndrome is also going to die. Yes, he is dead as well. So, very nice play by NEXT.kz going for that flank. Very smart tactical move by, I'm sure Mantis called it. I don't know. I guess he is the one, he's blue, who calls the shots. But still, beautiful decision making by NEXT.kz, realizing that they weren't getting anywhere with that standoff, so you might as well just take a flank. So you now see Mantis going on to fucking Mad. Fucking Mad's out of mana. He has to teleport like right now. The Adaptive Strike, gonna cancel it off. First time, is he gonna get it off a second time from no. Tidehunter and Enchantress were coming in, but they don't have any disables, so nothing was gonna happen there. Sock continuing to push down top lane. Let's actually take a look at this gold graph. It's actually sitting exactly on 0. And by exactly, I mean like, what, 100 gold? Let's say 100 gold in favor of NEXT.kz. Let's be generous. It's actually continuing to spike up. Even though mTw is 6 kills down, they have the tower advantage. Do they? No, they don't actually have the tower advantage. It's 3. Oh. Yeah, towers are even. So I have no idea how mTw is staying in this besides Superb Farm. Hand of Midas, of course, helps. Experience earned with 6 kills in their favor. NEXT.kz is going to have that advantage. But I'm actually surprised it actually stayed down in mTw's favor for that long. considering, well, though they did have a dedicated jungler. So, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Plus, Hand of Midas helped a lot. Enigma, not going to be going for a Blink Dagger, not going to be trying for initiation. He's instead going to leave that duty to the Storm Spirit. Going to be going for a pipe, so he's going to be a very tanky Enigma. You see Windrunner slowly building up towards her Sheepstick. See what happens with that once she gets it. If she gets it off on Mantis, could pop that Lincoln Sphere, allow for a 2-man shackle shot, but that's of course the ideal, perfect situation. See another smoke going off from the NEXT.kz squad. Beastmaster, for some reason, decided to throw his axes. If anyone was paying attention there, they would have realized that no one threw those. We now have a fake gank, actually, going on Mantis. Oh no, fucking mad. You are gonna get out just fine. And actually, he also popped off the smoke, so that was as optimal as... Oh my god. This top lane is cursed. I'm not supposed to see any of these kills. Whatever. I guess that was a nice simple zip in by Sock into a freeze frostbite, whatever, by the Crystal Maiden, and that was just that. Sock now taking a little bit of damage, but he's going to be fine, able to zip out, and the tower on the bottom holds once again. Funzy will not let his tower fall. Beastmaster now picking up a level 2 Necro Book, going to be teleporting into the mid lane, try to hold off this Eidolon push by Synderen. See Storm Spirit now picking up Regeneration Rune. Going to be heading towards that mid lane. Hopefully try to deal the last blow on this tower. But Morphling is around in spirit. Storm Spirit. Get it? Get it? Yeah? Okay. Whoa. Okay. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Oh. See a Ultimate Orb drum being picked out by the Invoker. That is definitely going to be going towards his own Scythe of Eyes. Probably going to get it a lot sooner than Windrunner also. So you have Roar going off from Equal onto Synderen, and we have a Sunstrike landing perfectly as well. Gush and Anchor Smash will be enough to seal the deal as the Radiant actually getting the last hit. So annoying. But looks like NEXT.kz is going to take that Q and go towards Roshan. Although with that Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing around, they know that mTw knows where they are. So, but they do have quite a bit of damage. They have a lot of summons. They have a Centaur, they have Necro Book, they have Forge Spirits, so they're not going to be taking much damage from Roshan. They have enough time to just push him down, slowly but surely. In the meantime, however, mTw is taking out the base tower, but they're not going to get very far with that. Mantis actually picking up an Ethereal Blade, so mTw's got to watch out. Let's take a health check, actually. We'll see him as bacon bits if Morphling gets his hands on her. Enigma's going to survive because he has a hood. Everyone else, roughly the same amount of HP. Windrunner's also going to get shredded by a shotgun. And we see fucking Mad once again, being fucking mad. 2 seconds, 1 second away, he has to sprout himself. Oh, unfortunately sprouted Equal with him, and he gets even roared for that. I don't know if that was completely necessary, but fucking Mad, pushing out a little bit too far by himself, and that's going to give Enchantress a little bit more gold, working towards that mech. mTw is going to try to take this final tower, as we see Tidehunter actually getting pulled in by Sock. Looking for a Ravage, but Sock is playing with fire right now as he gets shotgunned by Morphling. He actually misses the waveform. Sunstrike is not going to hit, barely off target. Kebab moving back, further freeze on Stallcat. We see Mantis' Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped, and Kebab is going to get, yeah, Adapter Strike to the face. A lot of damage coming out from this Morphling. Storm Spirit apparently has enough health to survive a shotgun combo, although the waveform really missed by quite a bit. Celebratory X is going out. Looks like NEXT.kz gonna go for the low-hanging fruit that is the tier 1 tower on the top lane. Invoker already almost has his Scythe of Eyes, but Windrunner actually has picked it up. But Invoker's farming a lot better still. Actually, no. Windrunner actually managed to recover quite a bit. Got Phase Boot, Scythe of Eyes. And Volker does have a drum. But roughly they have the same farm, so I'm actually kind of surprised. Good play by Funzy, really eking out all the farm that he'd get. He's fucking mad on the bot lane with an Aghanim Scepter, so his ultimate is gonna do quite a bit. Upgradable. Yes. Increases the damage, increases the targets. So Nature's Prophet by himself could help maintain the creep equilibrium in favor of mTw. But really, they're just buying more and more time for Mantis. mTw, if I can remind you guys, they're still on a clock. Like Storm Spirit, Windrunner, Prophet could do well late game if they're built right. We see it actually an engagement going on Syndrome. He's going to get shotgunned down, taking a huge amount of damage. Even with that pipe, it's not going to be enough. He even popped it, trying to save himself. He's going to be going down. NEXT.kz going to be taking down the tier 2 on the top lane. No creeps here yet, so they're getting a little bit of backdoor block. Tower is going to go down, however.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And as I said before, mTw really just needs to make something happen. Because Mantis, well, Mantis isn't getting any weaker. You see Sock doing something with these things. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe just make a minefield, but Storm Spirit is not techies. I would love it if he was, because I love me some techies. But he's not. It's not nearly as fun to see this little turd is actually going to get what's coming to him. Yeah, Sock taking revenge for Syndrome. Stupid Wildkin. Hate you. Let's see. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what NEXT.kz has, since it just matters what Morphling has. But Tidehunter is going to be getting that pipe, and Beastmaster now is a Blink Dagger, so huge amount of initiation power coming out from NEXT.kz. mTw, on the other hand, they do have Storm Spirit, who is one of the stronger initiators in the game. They do have a 2-man Shackle Shot potential with a Scythe of Eyes and a Black Hole. But Syndrome, going for a more tanky build, doesn't have that blink in, so he's most likely not going to get a perfect 4-5-man Black Hole unless NEXT.kz completely fucks up or Tidehunter gets picked off or something. NEXT.kz is going to position themselves to push down the tier 2 on the bot lane. It's very easy things that they can do. As you see, actually, an engagement going on to Stallcat. He gets pulled by the Storm Spirit. Lots of damage coming out from him, but the whole team of NEXT.kz is back. Sasha is going to get killed by the Morphling. A little bit of an overextension there by the Storm Spirit, who is going Lincoln Sphere. Very good choice, actually, considering he's going to be the first one jumping in. Going to protect himself from whatever, Cold Snapper, Shotgun, one of the Shotgun Blasts. And they actually managed to pull the attention of NEXT.kz away from the bot lane, so once again, this tower holds. This tower is largely exceeding the expected time span of a Dire tower in this game. He's so happy. Maybe he could live long enough to make tiny little towers to defend for future generations. See, Funzy actually windrunning towards something. He's going for Lucky. He's going to miss a Shackle Shot, and Tidehunter is going to come, and Morphling as well. Funzy is going to get demolished. Funzy, I'm not sure what you're doing all the way over here. I mean, like, sure, Nature's Prophet was over here. He could have offered a little bit of help, but Funzy just overextending, a little bit too overzealous there. It's like NEXT.kz, they know that the Windrunner's gone. They're going to take that opportunity to push down the mid lane. Stallcat does have his Scythe of Eyes, so they do have that extra disable. It's just a matter of who's going to get caught out of position. Windrunner actually does have enough money to buy back, and NEXT.kz might actually just fall back. They baited out the buyback from Windrunner, and seems like they're happy with that. Although if I were them, I would still try to push for a fight, just because they have the power. But they don't have to, because they have Morphling. They have all the time in the world, and Funzy is going to be fine. For now. So yeah, NEXT.kz could probably take a fight, although their bot lane is pushing down really hard due to the Nature's Prophet momentum. So, I mean, like, they could take a fight, they don't have to take a fight. They would probably win, but really, it's an unnecessary risk. They could just sit back, farm, because they know that later on in the game, Mantis is going to be the biggest, baddest thing in the game. He actually still has an Aegis. Should run out relatively soon. Got another 2 or 3 minutes up on that. Yeah. I don't know. Does it go over here? 3 minutes? 1, 2, 3? I don't... Whatever. Yeah, it's... I know how to read clocks. I just don't know about that one because it's really shiny. It's disorienting. That's my excuse. Looks like NEXT.kz is going to be trying to push down his base tower, but what mTw really needs is initiation. Not like that, though. Funzy's going to get demolished. That is not the initiation that mTw wants. They want to be the ones initiating. The Storm Spirit's now going to zip in, going on to Equal. Equal is going to get killed. And that looks like it. Everyone's kind of backing off. NEXT.kz just focus the racks and get out of there. See Sprout going on to Tidehunter, and Lucky actually way out of position. What are you doing there, Lucky? He's going to get brought down as well. Deafening Blast coming in. Kebab is on the run, but Morphling is going to be able to pick her off. Storm Spirit wants back in. Now he wants back out. Looks like the NEXT.kz team is just going to be wailing on this tower. This, not tower, this is... What? That is so fucking confusing.
Dire's middle barracks
Yeah.
are under attack.
Okay.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, these building names are all messed up. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, NEXT.kz did take a mid-rax, and they took the fight. They didn't even use Ravage, and they still cleaned the floor of mTw. Funzy really a little bit out of position, and a Blink Roar from Beastmasters is such brutal initiation. Storm Spirit, eat your heart out. Looks like Mantis, at this point, going for an ultimate orb. Definitely going to be Scotty. No! Mantis style. Go Scotty. I knew it was going to be Mantis style, but I wanted it to be Scotty. Looks like he just wants more of that pushing power. And even though NEXT.kz, even though they don't have to push, they're pushing. Mantis is extremely frightening at this point. Lincoln Sphere, Ethereal Blade, Mantis style, 200 agility. So that combo is going to wreck quite a few people. I don't think many people can survive that, especially not in this game. Looks like mTw is actually going to try to push them back by pressuring the top lane, but NEXT.kz, something like they're going to have to fall back. Although they could just try to push in straight for the GG, because mTw is not going to win a GG race. mTw has fallen back. Now see Ice Wall going up from Invoker. Nothing quite there yet. Fucking Mad actually got perched up with Necronomicon. See a huge black hole from Zidra, and he finally did pocket that Blink Dagger, but did not catch the Tidehunter who got his Ravage off. Looks like Saksha is going to go down, as well as Syndrin, and now Kebab is getting wailed on by everyone on the NEXT.kz team, as fucking Matt is going to be the next one to fall. That is GG, called out by Syndrin. Did get that Blink Dagger, he did get that perfect black hole, but actually, no, I changed my mind. It was not perfect, because he did not catch the Tidehunter, and that one hero managed to break out that black hole. If Syndrin or Tidehunter managed to get in that black hole, then that fight would have gone a lot differently. The whole amount of disable would have been there, would have been all 5 in there, would have been allowed for Crystal Maiden to get her ultimate off, even though it is only level 1. Would have allowed for power shots, Storm Spirit to wreak havoc, but no. This time NEXT.kz saying that last game was just a fluke. We could mop the floor with mTw, so each team kind of single-handedly demolishing each other in their games. This has been Game 2, guys, of NEXT.kz vs mTw of the International Western Qualifier matches, Grand Finals. NEXT.kz winning it quite handily. We see pretty insane golden experience from Mantis. That Morphling play, looks like mTw might want to consider banning that out, because it looks pretty terrifying. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys some other time in Game 3.